Hey y'all, Teacher Heather here. I just wanted to let y'all in on my experience with VIPKID. I know there's videos all over YouTube, and what's going to make mine different? I don't know. Maybe it won't. But when I was first applying for VIPKID, I went on YouTube and I watched videos after videos after videos. I spent hours watching them, trying to understand what it was all about, seeing if it was worth it, getting ideas and tips for my mock classes, and finding out how it was all going to work. So my experience was a little different than most of them. I saw a couple on here that had the same thing as me, two to be exact, but for the most part, mine was a lot different. So what happens is first there's the application. You fill out your information, your experience. You are required to have a bachelor's degree. It doesn't have to be in education and early childhood. It just has to be a bachelor's degree. And you have to have some kind of experience with children. It could be working in the church with children. It could be a brick and mortar school. Any kind of experience, use that. So you put that. At that point is where you would put in your referral code if you have a referral. Honestly, I don't know if it helps or if it doesn't, but I found a random one on YouTube and used hers, and I got through instantly. Again, I don't know if that's what helped me get through quicker or not, but below I will leave my referral code. If you want to use it, that would be awesome, and I would be very happy to help you through your interview process and your mock classes and help you get in. Anyways, so I instantly got through the application. They wanted to set up an interview. You can either do a interview face-to-face or, like this video, or you can record it. Well, me and my nerves, I decided that I was going to record mine. I heard a lot of things saying that you probably want to do it live because then you find out instantly how much they offer you to pay. If you're going to get your mock class, whatever. But I decided to record anyways. And I'm glad I did because I could be more myself when I'm just talking to a computer, especially at the beginning because I didn't really understand what was going on and what I needed to do. So anyway, so I actually heard back from them almost instantly on that too, maybe within an hour or so. They wanted me to set up a mock class. They were really interested. So then I went to set up my mock class. For those of you that don't know what that is, it is you have to teach an adult acting like a child. It's about 15, I think it's 15 minutes, and then they stop you, and then they talk about feedback and what they, you should work on, and then you do 10 more minutes. So if you pass that, you will get an email telling you so. Again, mine was pretty quick. It was within 24 hours. Then they will tell you if they think that you would be better for the younger ages or the older or both. For me, they thought I would be better with the older kids, which I was surprised because I'm a pre-K teacher. But you'll figure out later that that's completely different with these children because they don't speak a lot of English. So anyway, so I set up my mock 2. I had to go through a bunch of trainings. I mean, it was a ton of trainings, ton of links, ton of resources, a lot of things that you had to learn and prepare for. And this was for mock 1 too. You had to do all of this stuff just to interview. You don't even have the job yet. So it was insane. It was intense. So after I made it through the first one, I scheduled the second one. You had to do it within 3 days. So once I did that one, the first one I was really, really nervous because you're teaching an adult. I mean, they can act like a kid all they want. It's an adult on the other side of the screen and you can see them. Anyway, so on my second one, I was a little calmer. I knew what to expect. Again, I had done even more trainings, watched even more YouTube videos, so I was ready. I was good. Didn't work out as great as I thought it would. I was still really nervous, but I definitely did better than my first one. Anyway, so I taught the adult in older class because they thought that I would do better with older. So it was, I think she was 9 years old maybe. So I did that. I was used to the barely using any words and then how I would read and whatever. So that was a lot different. They're supposed to read a lot more. And I think that was the biggest thing that I messed up on. So anyways, we get through there. She says, okay, we'll let you know. I don't hear anything. Don't hear anything. Don't hear anything. It had been about 3 days. And I'm like, okay, I obviously didn't get the job. They told me within 24 to 48 hours. I'm upset because I spent so much time. I mean, I can't even tell you how much time there is put into preparing for this and training. And for what? For them to tell me now I don't have a job? So I'd never heard anything. And then I went back, I think it was 3 days later, to the portal, the teacher portal. And when I opened it, it said, thank you for your interest, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't hire me. So I wanted to know why. I mean, especially when you put all this work into it, I was mad. So I emailed them and I just told them, hey, I just, kind of want to know for my own self, and as a teacher, I want to be able to grow from, whatever I did wrong. So any feedback that you could give me on, if you could tell me why I didn't pass, or if you could at least, let me know what I need to work on. Said I'd really appreciate it. And I was really nice. And honestly, I did. I just wanted feedback. So then I heard back in probably an hour or two. And they thanked me for emailing them and said that somebody would be contacting me soon, that they had not even watched my video yet. They were basing not hiring me off of what the mentor that interviewed me said. And supposedly the mentor puts her notes in, or his or her notes in, and also the recording gets reviewed by the main people. But I guess my recording didn't, because I don't know. So then it was probably a day later, and they said, we would like you to take a Mach 3. A Mach 3? I mean, I didn't understand, because sometimes you only have to do Mach 1. Normally you just do Mach 2, but Mach 3? I mean, if you fail 2, you're done. So I was like, okay, so here I go again. I'm preparing. I'm looking up all the feedback that they had given me. And went at it. I tried. I did the best I could, and this time I felt even more comfortable. So then she said, you'll hear something 24 to 48 hours. And it was probably maybe a day and a half. And I got an email saying, you are 7 documents away from being hired. We just need your, verify this. So I passed. So I say to anybody that failed Mach 2, at least email them and ask for feedback. And even if you don't get hired from it, if you don't get a Mach 3, at least you'll have your feedback and you'll understand why. Everybody deserves that. Supposedly I was like 1 point off from the mentor, the points I got for it. So they thought I deserved another chance and to see if I could grow from the feedback that I learned. And I obviously did. They're not looking for a perfect teacher. You can be a perfect teacher in a normal school. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody that they can train and coach to do what they need you to do, because it's a lot different. It's a lot different teaching on a computer, and especially to children that don't understand what you're saying. You can't talk like how I'm talking now. You can't talk that fast. You have to talk slow. You have to use pictures, and you have to use props. I mean, there's a lot involved. So you can teach 20 years and you can be a kindergarten teacher and they might not hire you. They want to see that you're taking that feedback that they gave you and using it. So anyways, it took exactly 21 days. My whole intense process from beginning to getting hired took 21 days. That's crazy, especially with how intense it is. They say that there's only I can't remember, something like a small percentage, 10%, 7%, I don't of teachers that get hired, and there's a ton of them that are applying. Right now they have, I think, 20,000 teachers they've hired. So they're not just going to hire everybody. Anyways, so I'll leave this all at that because I just wanted to do this video of my hiring process. I have been working for, I think it's 11 days today, maybe 12, I think 11. And I will do another video on my first week and how things are going. And depending on the feedback I get, I mean, I might do other videos and try to help you guys, because I know what I did for myself when I was trying to get hired and going through the process. I lived on YouTube, and you'll learn there's some things that you just got to kind of, you don't want to copy them and you don't want to take what everybody says, but you take pieces of different videos you watch. So I learned a lot, and I would love to help somebody else get through this. I just took a referral code and went with it because the person I got it from was very, very popular on YouTube, and I was like, she'll never answer me, which, I kind of wish I would have. But I would love to help you. I would love to help you through the process, answer questions for you, anything you need. So like I said, my referral code's at the bottom. If you have questions, you can leave a comment. Yeah, so thanks for watching.